Welcome to this weekend and coming week's love reading. This week we have three cards. We start off with the Two of Pentacles reversed. Then we have the Three of Swords, followed by the Wheel of Fortune. So let's go ahead and start with the first card. We have the Two of Pentacles reversed. Now, since this is a love reading, this could indicate to two different scenarios. One, you've been spending your time and your energies between two options, and you have finally made a decision to pick one of the options that is available to you. That is one scenario. And the second scenario might be that you have dropped all the options. So you're no longer juggling. You've decided, okay, it's not a good idea to juggle with the different options, and you just decided it's not a good idea, and you have dropped your options, or you just picked one of the options available with you. Now, one more thing which this card indicates is, you're overwhelmed and you have overcommitted. So you're trying, if upright, this card is all about balancing your priorities, getting everything in balance. But reversed, it means you somehow lost your balance, and you're feeling overwhelmed about the options. That is that you're disorganized, you don't know how to prioritize which option needs to be prioritized ahead of the other. So somewhere you lost your focus, you lost your balancing act that you're doing. So in a love scenario, you're probably fed up of having different suitors or different options vying for your time, and you're like, okay, this is it, I'm just not interested. Let me just take time out for myself. I'll focus on myself. I'll go shopping, buy some stuff for myself, and let's not focus on relationships anymore. So this might indicate that you have dropped all your options, or you have finally made a choice to pick just one option. But again, somewhere you have some kind of a feeling where you're not sure if you have made the right choice. So somewhere it is lingering in your head if the choice that you have made is the right one for you. Now, this particular card, again, it's Capricorn card. So, my apologies, Capricorn. So, this means you could be dealing with an earth sign, like I said, Capricorn, or it could also be a Virgo or a Taurus. Now, so if you do have a Capricorn in your life, and if your love interest is a Capricorn, the chances are that you have made a choice to go with your Capricorn and drop all the other options. You've made up your mind and you've decided to stick with this particular option, or this might be your love interest who has finally decided to pick you against the other options that they may have. So like tarot, it's not definitive, it's just an indication. It just gives you an outline of how things are. So take it as it resonates, and if it's not if it's not resonating, you can ignore it. Now, this is like I said, it's a card of imbalance reversed. Upright as well, it's not a good card to have, but somehow you do have your balance when it is upright. But when it is reversed, you are overwhelmed, you've lost your balance, you're not sure what you're doing. And the positive side of it, being reversed, is that you finally made a choice. That's your Two of Pentacles reversed in your love reading for this current weekend and the coming week ahead. So let's move on to the next card. The next card that we have is the Three of Swords. Now, anybody looking at this card will understand. It is a heart, and it has got three swords piercing the heart. Now, some people may see it as sword piercing through the heart. You see an arrow going through a heart. It means your heart has been pierced. It could be a Cupid's arrow, but here we have swords. So swords are air energy. It usually means words and thoughts and statements. So maybe your love interest, or maybe you have expressed certain thoughts or statements which were hurtful. Okay, so maybe your love interest said something or made some statements or some kind of an action which kind of broke your heart. Maybe you're interested in someone, and you were expecting them to reciprocate the feelings, and then suddenly you find out that that person is not single at all. They have somebody in their life, or maybe they are single but they're just not interested getting into a relationship, and they were not very kind or nice in letting you know that they are not interested. So this is a sad state. I mean, when you look at the card very carefully, you have those clouds in the background. It looks like it's raining. It's just a red heart with three swords. So it's not just one wound that the heart has endured, it is more than one wound. So it is a possible there is a possibility that some words were spoken which left you heartbroken and in grief. It's this is emotional pain, sorrow, hurt. I mean, it's all about loss and depression. This could also indicate a divorce. So there is every chance that you finally made up your mind to get a divorce in your marriage, or this could be your love interest who is fed up and might have said some hurtful words like, say, let's get a divorce and move on. Now this is a card, a Libra card. Okay, so again, you might be dealing with a Libra. Take it as it resonates. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Libra. It could be any other sign as well. But and another thing which I notice out of this cards is, I mean, the heart is floating in the front, so it's all about raw emotions. There is no face, there is no body, there is nothing else except for the heart. So you're all about emotions. Your heart is broken, you're sad, you have tears, the background, the rain falling. It's all about sorrow and pain, tears. You may be hiding your tears as well. You may be going to bed crying because you don't want the people around you to know that you're in pain. You're definitely in pain, but you're trying to put up a very strong demeanor in front of the people, and maybe people don't really know what is going on inside, but you're definitely hurting. I see a lot of pain in this. See, whenever you get this card, right, I mean, it's all about thoughts and emotions. Now, one thing you need to know about this is, if it is emotions, you'll have cups. Okay, here it is swords. So when you see swords and a heart, it's all about words, statements, actions. It doesn't necessarily mean, you're feeling so emotional, drowning, crying continuously. It could just mean words, like somebody being really, really harsh and making statements like, you don't look good, or you're too fat, or you're ugly, or you're not rich enough, or something like that. I'm just giving examples. Okay, I mean, I'm for the lack of better examples, I'm just giving generic examples of things that people may say. I mean, it could be anything. Some people may feel bad when somebody stops them from eating, like, I mean, you're enjoying your favorite food and somebody says that's all you eat and that's the only thing you like to eat. What's wrong with you? And even the smallest thing can be triggering. So the pain is happening in the background. I mean, the tears are, it's not visible. It's the pain is visible, the words are visible, the heart is broken, but the pain, the tears are somewhere hidden in the background. So maybe you're not letting people know that you're heartbroken, you're hurt, you're actually suffering, you're going through grief, but you're not, nobody else knows. I mean, it's hidden deep in your heart. Now, the one more indication of this card is that you could have said those words to someone else as well. So since this is a love reading, be careful if you have made any kinds of harsh statements towards your loved ones. See, sometimes when we talk, I mean, I have seen many people, not just couples, I mean, even in general conversations, people make statements that are very hurtful. You never know. I mean, you might look at somebody with curly hair and say, why is your hair curly? I mean, curly hair doesn't look good. I don't know why. That's something that just popped into my head. Or you could, tell someone, you're too short. Why do you wear that kind of clothes? It doesn't make you look taller. It's simple things, small things. So it's not just you hurting. Maybe there is something that you said. It could be a friend, it could be a sibling, it could be a parent, it could be a child, it could be a loved lover as well. It could be anybody that you have spoken some words that have been hurtful. And since this is a love reading, there's every possibility that you have spoken these words to your loved one, your spouse, your wife, or your husband, or your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. I mean, take it as it resonates. Again, it's not just any particular specific gender. It could be a masculine energy or a feminine energy. So take it as it resonates. But these are all about hurtful words. So this particular week, what I see is be a little more careful and considerate with your words. I mean, it's very easy to lose your temper and say hurtful things. Sometimes people do it unknowingly, and sometimes they do it purposely just so they could hurt the other person. All I can say is don't do it. If somebody else is doing it to you, stop, listen, let it go, because words are just words. I know it hurts sometimes, but sometimes it's better not to take it to heart. Like it shows in this card, don't take it to your heart, because it will leave a wound. And at the same time, you also need to be cautious this particular week. Be nice, and if you can't be nice, be silent, because those words, and see, the thing about all those bad statements, I mean, you may think, you've just said something and you've let it go. People will forget in 5 minutes. You may become friends again, you may talk to the person again, everything will be fine. And then maybe years later, somewhere down the line, you're quarreling, you're having a fight, and suddenly that statement comes out. And the person says, "This is what you told me. Do you remember? At that point of time or at that point of day, this is what you told me." So that hurt always remains deep, buried into the heart. That's what the swords indicate. It's buried deep into the heart. Okay, so please be cautious. If somebody is doing this to you, just walk away, calm down, walk away, let the person know that's not nice. That's not a thing you should be saying. It's not a good thing to demean or say those things to hurt somebody. And you on your side, be kind. See, there's nothing wrong in being kind, because the universe will return it back to you. The more harsher you are, the more harsher your return will be. So the more sweeter and kinder you are, the more kinder and pleasant the return will be. Okay, even if you do not get a return, it's okay. It's okay to be kind. Be nice, be kind, because hurting someone's feelings and hurting their heart, making someone cry is the worst thing that you could do to anybody. I'm not saying it's okay if somebody hurts you. I mean, that's not right too, but you shouldn't be doing it from your end. And so this week, please pay attention to your words, your thoughts, and don't be hasty in making those decisions, because it might just end up with a heartbreak. Now, this card also indicates actions. I mean, you may be friends with somebody and they may tell you something, and then suddenly you notice that they're doing something else. It could also mean actions as well. They may not mean to hurt you. You may not mean to hurt the person, but there may be certain actions. Let's say, for example, you have 3 friends and you decide to go watch a movie. Somehow one of the friends says, "Oh no, I'm busy. Can we do it some other time?" You guys agree, but then 2 of you go off and watch a movie, and the third friend finds out that you left him or her out, and you guys went and watched a movie. It may be a very small thing for you, but the hurt is there, that in spite of saying let's do it some other time, you still left me and went ahead and watched that movie without me. So it's not all about love relationships. It could be anything. It could be any kind of gesture. So always be kind, always be nice, because a clear conscience will always keep you happy. It's always about a clear conscience. So keep your words clean, keep your thoughts clean, and hopefully you will endure this week. So 3 of Swords, I would take it as a warning. To keep control over your tongue, your words, your thoughts. And if somebody else is doing it, don't take it lying down. You don't have to fight and argue and do that. Very pleasantly, very sweetly, very softly, just let them know this is not right. You cannot do this to me. Okay, and give it time. So this card, right along with the 2 of Pentacles reversed, it looks like you've already made a choice to drop somebody, or maybe somebody has made a choice to not pick you. So it's definitely hurt feelings here. With the 2 of Pentacles, you're no longer balancing the options. You've just let them drop it. you're deciding, I don't need this, so let me just let it go and take focus on myself, and you're hurting with it. The Three of Swords indicates that you're hurting with your decision. Now there's one card which comes right after this Three of Swords, and that is your Wheel of Fortune, which means in this love reading, looking at the Two of Pentacles reversed and the Three of Swords, this is fate. This is a fated relationship. Okay, so you deciding to drop those options or picking that one specific option, it's fate. It's preordained. You going through that Three of Swords or somebody else going through that Three of Swords, that is fate. It's preordained. And you cannot fight fate. See, you can try your level best to change your fate. You can fight it as much as you can, but you cannot change your fate. You cannot change your destiny. You cannot change yours, nor can you change the destiny of someone else. You can maybe change the course of the actions, see, because the end result will always be the same. What is meant to be will be meant, will always be what is meant to be, no matter what you do. Okay, everything is preordained. You cannot change anything. You may decide that you have to end up, let's say you going on a trip. You need to be at a place that is a place you want to be. But if you're not meant to be there, no matter how hard you try to book a flight, you try to take a train, you try to go by a bus, you want to drive in a car, there might be things that will take you to somewhere else. So my point, what I'm trying to make here is, you may want it as badly as you want it. You may book a flight, you may book get a train ticket, you may book a ticket for your bus, you may do all of these things, and you may back to back try and force yourself to be in that location or the place that you want to be. But if it's not fated, that plane will be delayed, that train will be delayed, that bus may break down, your car may have a issue where it stops in the middle of the road. So that's how fate works. So we can try our best, we can force ourselves, we can do whatever it is that we want to do, and we can try it, but at the end result, it's the universe which decides where you end up, what you get, because that's already preordained. Now we may have people who may say, no, we make up our own lives as we go, and there are believers, there are not non-believers, but I'm somebody who believes in fate. I believe everything is preordained. There is a saying that every rice has the name of the consumer ingrained on it. So you cannot consume that is something that is not meant for you. Okay, what is not meant for you will never be yours, and what is meant for you, nobody will be able to touch it. Okay, so this Two of Pentacles reversed and the Three of Swords followed by the Wheel of Fortune. I have a feeling maybe there is somebody meddling in your relationship. There may be something happening, or something happened, or there may be some outside party or a third party or somebody. Third party doesn't necessarily mean cheating. There could be people wishing bad outcomes for you. There may be pretending to be friends and they're not really friends. Then I see some kind of an outside influence who's trying to make you drop your options, get into that heartbreak and pain and tears, and they want to push you into a situation where you let go of somebody that you want to be with. Okay, you're heartbroken, you're crying, but that Wheel of Fortune, it's upright, it's looking at you, and it is telling, no matter what you do, no matter how much you cry, no matter how hard you or anybody else tries to change the course of things, you will still end up with what is meant for you. If it is meant for you, nobody can take it away. So if you think this is a time for you to let go of something, be heartbroken about it, cry about it, of letting going of somebody or some relationship, do it wholeheartedly. Let go wholeheartedly. It's okay to cry, it's okay to be heartbroken, it's okay to go through pain. Everybody goes through that. It's not just about love relationship, whether it's your parents, your kids. everybody will hurt you at some point or the other. There will be words spoken that may hurt you, there will be words that will heal you. So for every bad word, statement that is made towards you, there may be two good statements that are made about you. That's what life is all about. It's all about balance. It's all about good things, blending with the bad things. The Wheel of Fortune tells you upright, there is nothing that will be taken away from you which belongs to you. So have your faith. So this particular weekend, this current weekend and your coming week, the universe is telling, it's okay if you're heartbroken. It's okay if you've let go of something. I'm here. The universe is there to heal you. Things are happening the way they are meant to happen. There is nothing which is in your control. The only control you have is how you feel about it. The only control you have is your free will. But what is preordained is preordained. What is meant to happen is meant to happen. So this Wheel of Fortune card lets me know that the universe is watching over you. You have your guardians, your guides, your spiritual guides, you may be your ancestors, those who have passed away, or your parents or your friends, or there are people, those who are watching over you. See, they say the dead, once they are gone, there are some cultures who believe that they will never come back, or they will not be able to see what's going on because they've moved on. And there are cultures who believe that those who have passed away will, watch over you, look at how your things, life is happening, and pay attention to your dreams, because your dreams are kind of a window to the other worlds, the other realms, the ethers, where your dreams will take you to places where you would have never been in your real life. There's your 3D, there's your 5D. So there may be things that you see in your dreams. You might have a parent come in your dream, or you may have a pet that you have lost that comes up and shows up in your dream. It's a form of healing. Somewhere deep down in your subconscious, you have your memories, you have your thoughts. So those non-believers who don't believe, there are other, dimensions and worlds, or, possibilities. See, the universe is vast. There are several possibilities. So you may believe it, you may not believe it. Your mind itself is quite vast. So the subconscious may have certain memories suppressed deep inside your thoughts, your desires, which may manifest into dreams as well. Take it as an option to heal. Okay, heal yourself. It's okay to cry. People, it's okay to cry. I mean, some people are so embarrassed, whether you're male or a female. I see guys, feeling hurt, feeling sad, but they are brought up in such a way that they feel that it's weak to shed tears. It is okay. You're humans. You're human too. You have every right to cry. You have every right to feel bad and low and down. So this week, it's a mixed bag, but that Wheel of Fortune card, I have it. It's a very positive feeling for me. It says, leave it to the universe, leave it to God. Okay, that's your love reading for this weekend and the coming week. Hope you guys cope well, have a good time, and are able to get through the week, positively. Take care. Bye bye.